In today's episode, we'll be looking at one of the ocean's most powerful predators, the orca. At first, they seem calm and graceful, often called the wolves of the sea for their intelligence and teamwork. But what if that calmness suddenly shifted? What if their power turned into pure fury? When orcas get angry, this is what happens. And we'll be starting with this. Number 1. Attack on Halloween crew. Orcas getting angry is not what you'll get to see often, but this particular incident is an example of one of many unnerving new orca behaviors. On October 31, 2023, the Grazia Mama, a mid-sized sailing yacht owned by Polish cruise company Morski Mile, was attacked by an unknown number of orcas for around 45 minutes off the coast of Morocco in the Strait of Gibraltar. The crew on the boat were reportedly on Halloween before the unfortunate incident. The orcas, which are widely known as killer whales, were seen hitting the yacht's rudder, causing major damage and allowing water into the vessel's hull. Despite receiving aid from the Moroccan Navy and being towed towards safety, the boat eventually sank as it entered the port of Tangermed in Morocco. Fortunately, all passengers were safely evacuated to rescue boats before the ship sank. Buckle up, because this is just the beginning of what happens when orcas get angry. Number 2. Boat attack off Portuguese coast. Maybe these orcas were just trying to protect their territory in this next incident. In an event that happened on November 9th, 2022 off the coast of Portugal, the weather was very attractive and cool, with the breeze blowing gently across the coast. This provided a calm environment for boats to sail easily, but what appeared to be a gentle sailing boat cruise suddenly became one of turbulence when some angry orcas suddenly attacked a sailboat, forcing 4 crew members to abandon ship in what was a scary encounter. However, the injured sailboat ended up sinking, and the crew of the Viana do Castelo lifeguard station proceeded to collect various wreckage. Information has it that no source of pollution was detected at the site, with the encounter coming months after orcas sank a separate vessel off the Signs. Number 3. Attack on Strait of Gibraltar. It was on a Sunday morning at around 9 o'clock local time when a pod of orcas attacked the rudder and sank a 15 meters yacht in Moroccan waters in the Strait of Gibraltar, with 2 members on board the Albuquerque Cognac yacht. But before this particular incident, the area was said to have experienced a series of orca attacks, causing serious damage to sailboats with passengers in it. As the attack wore on, the crew members sounded the alarm when the orca rammed the hull and rudder with one blow, rupturing the hull, creating a serious situation. In response, the Moroccan maritime authorities instructed the Albuquerque Cognac crew to put on life jackets and activate their automatic identification system as the boat started taking on water. A Coast Guard helicopter was scrambled, and a nearby tanker MT Lascaux diverted to pick up the crew from the stricken yacht before the yacht finally sank. Number 4. Boat smashed in Spain. In what was a frantic moment in the north of the Spanish town of Debat, a French-registered boat with occupants thought to be from France was attacked by several bloodthirsty white gladiapod in the Atlantic. Shocked witnesses that first reported the dangerous scenes revealed that several orcas surrounded the 30-foot boat, which was stranded out at sea. It was believed that only 2 of the beasts attacked and left the ship severely damaged, with the rudder shredded. A frantic rescue mission was quickly launched by Maritime Rescue for the 2 men on board. In what could be regarded as a miracle, the boat stayed intact and above water for long enough for the pair to be saved and towed back to port. However, the entire mission was not one to joke with, as it took a staggering 3 hours to complete from the moment the men first raised the alarm. But that's just one of the moments these ocean giants showed their power. In the next story, things take an even wilder turn when orcas prove just how dangerous they can get when pushed to the edge. Number 5. Attack on couple in Spain. Boat cruising can be so much fun on the coast, but what happens when faced with angry orcas? In one of the most terrifying moments ever on the sea, a Belgian couple were attacked by an 11-strong pod of killer whales while sailing near the Galician coast near A Coruña on a Sunday afternoon in their yacht. Wim van den Hende, 43, and Dana Hewins, 36, were traveling past Spain on their way home from Greece when a pod of orcas came out of nowhere to attack the boat. The couple were resting before their 3-day Bay of Biscay crossing when the surprise attack came. As part of the struggle towards survival, the couple tried to sail away, but the yacht's rudder was repeatedly rammed by the aggressive orca pod, forcing them to call a Spanish rescue boat for help. Van den Hende later revealed how they saw an orca following them and how suddenly they felt a heavy thud against the boat. But that's not all. This next story is a case of an orca chasing a boat. Number 6. Orcas chasing a boat in Spain. On May 6th, Ilona Skorobogatova, who happened to be the lone passenger in a boat, was able to capture the dramatic footage of an angry orca whale following her sailing yacht. The incident took place near the Strait of Gibraltar, which has seen a rise in orca boat attacks over the past few years. In the footage, the killer whale repeatedly bumps up against the vessel, while appearing to have stayed out of sight for several seconds. But a few thuds could be heard as the orca repeatedly hit the boat. Eventually, the marine mammal reappears and then slips underneath the boat again as the whale seems to follow the boat before swimming up again. After bumping against the boat several times, the orca whale backs off and leaps further away from the sailing vessel. Skora Bogatova, however, revealed that before the whale left, the yacht had sped up to outrace the killer whale, but the orca kept up. But nothing compares to the one time this gentle giant turned deadly. An orca causing a human death in the wild shocked the world, and it all started with a simple swim. Number 7. Orcas killing a trainer. This was rather an unfortunate incident that led to the death of a trainer. On February 20th, 1991, 3 killer whales, 1 male and 2 females, attacked trainer Kelty Byrne when she fell into their pool at Sealand of the Pacific in Victoria, Canada. One took her in its mouth and dragged her repeatedly around the pool. The others refused to let her out of the pool and held her underwater until she drowned. Although there have been numerous accidents involving killer whales and their trainers, this is one of the 2 incidents in which a human was killed by a captive orca. But if you thought Kelty Byrne's death was painful, this next incident presents a more painful case of an orca killing another trainer. Number 8. Another trainer killed by orcas. On February 24, 2010, SeaWorld trainer Don Brancheau was interacting with Tilikum, a 29-year-old male killer whale, in a pool at Shamu Stadium. While Ms. Brancheau reclined on a platform located just a few inches below the surface of the water, Tilikum was expected to mimic her behavior by rolling over onto his back. Instead, Tilikum grabbed Ms. Brancheau and pulled her off the platform and into the pool, resulting in Ms. Brancheau's death. The autopsy report for Brancheau details her extensive injuries, saying she drowned and died of traumatic injuries, including dislocated extremities, a fractured jaw, and other horrific wounds. It was noted that Brancheau was in the pool during the attack for 45 minutes. Number 9. Orcas attacking gray whale and calf off coast. Aside from the numerous orcas attack on boats on the coast, this particular case presents an even more complex situation, as an orca was seen attacking another mammal in the sea. It all started on Tuesday, the 2nd January 2024, with passengers on a Harbor Breeze whale watching tour out of Long Beach. And not too long into the tour, a pod of orcas was seen attacking a gray whale and its calf, the latest in a series of dramatic orca sightings off the Southern California coast. The group watched a mother gray whale fighting off Eastern Tropical Pacific orca near the Palos Verdes Peninsula at about 3 p.m. Videos from the cruise show blood in the water as the boat approached the battle. This pod of orcas has been seen attacking whales, dolphins, and sea lions all along the coast of Southern California since the previous month. The Eastern Tropical Pacific killer whales are typically found further south between the Mexican border and the equator. Number 10. Orcas hunt great white shark. This particular incident reveals that orcas also have a taste for shark liver and prey on great white sharks in Australian waters. In October 2023, the maimed carcass of a 4.7-meter great white shark was found ashore near Portland in southwest Victoria, missing its liver, digestive, and reproductive organs. Suspecting a killer whale was behind the shark's death, researchers swabbed and analyzed DNA samples taken from the distinctive bite wounds. The results, published in Ecology and Evolution, confirmed the presence of killer whale DNA in the area around the largest bite, a wound measuring 50 centimeters in diameter near the shark's pectoral fin. Tests also found the presence of genetic material from scavenging broad-nosed 7-gill sharks in 3 smaller bite wounds. This was the first confirmed evidence, using DNA and citizen science data of orca predation on great white sharks, also known as white sharks in Australia, and their likely selective eating of shark liver in Australian waters. Number 11. Orca attack on another shark. On June 18, 2023, off Mossel Bay, South Africa, between gentle ocean swells and the hush of witnessing tourists, something extraordinary happened. A lone orca nicknamed Starboard changed the battlefield of the deep forever. In under 2 minutes, Starboard, a male orca distinguished by his right collapsed dorsal fin, launched an unexpected solo attack on an 8.2-foot-long juvenile great white shark, one of the ocean's apex predators. The orca gripped the shark's left pectoral fin and thrust forward repeatedly, swiftly incapacitating it. Then came the strongest image of all, a bloody, peach-colored liver held delicately in Starboard's mouth as he passed the research vessel, a haunting testament to nature's raw precision and instinct. Researchers called it astonishing and unprecedented. Number 12. Orca pod against gray whales. It was a calm day off the California coast until some orca struck. In a scene caught by drone footage, a massive pod of around 30 orcas launches a coordinated attack not on a seal, not on a dolphin, but on 2 fully grown gray whales. This wasn't just a quick attack, but these orcas showed an astonishing level of teamwork. They surrounded the whales, cut off their escape routes, rammed them repeatedly, and targeted their most vulnerable spots. This attack is more than brutal. It's a soft reminder of how intelligent and organized orcas can be when hunting as a pod, and most especially, it's a pointer to what they can do when angry. And that's it on what happens when orcas get angry. From the attack on Halloween Crew to orcas' attack on gray whales. Which one blew your mind the most? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button if you enjoyed the ride, and subscribe for more wild luxury stories from the world of sports and celebrity. Until next time, live legendary.